friends, I hope so you all are fine. Welcome to my new video. In this video we will discuss about what is trade. So come to my Google screen and see here. Trade. What is trade? Trade is a basic economic concept involving the buying and selling of goods and services which paid by a buyer to a seller or the exchange of goods or services between parties. Trade can take place within an economic between producer and consumer. International trades allow countries to expand marketing in for both goods and services that otherwise may not have been available. It is the reason why an American consumer can pick between an Japanese, Germans and American cars. As a result of international trades, the market containing great competition and therefore more competitive price will bring a cheaper product how to the consumer. In financial marketing, trades refer to the buying and selling the securities such as the purchase to stock on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Key takeaway: trade broadly refer to the exchange of goods and services, most often in return for money. Trade may take place within a country or between trading nations. For information trade, the theory of advantages predicts that trade is beneficial to all parties, although critics argue that in reality it leads the among countries. Economic advocate for free trades between nations, but such as many present themselves due to political motives, for instance with trade day. How trade work? Trade broadly refer to transaction ranking in complexity from the exchange of baseball cards between collection of multinational policies setting protocols for import and export between countries. Regardless of the complexity for the transaction, trading in facilitates through three primary types of exchange. Trading globally between nations allow consumer and countries to be export to goods and services not allowed in their own countries. Almost every kind of product can be found on the international market: food, clothes, spare parts, oil, jewelry, wines, stocks, currencies, and water. Services are also trade: tourism, banking, consulting, and transportation. A product that is sold to the global market is an export, and a product that is brought from the global market is an import. Import and exports are announced for is an country current accounts in the balance of payment. International trade not only results in increasing efficiency but also allow countries in participate in a global economy, encouraging the opportunity of foreign direct investment, which is the amount of money that individual invest into the foreign company and other assets. In theory, economic can therefore grow more efficient and can more easily become competitive economic participants. For the receiving government, FDI is a meaning by which foreign countries and expertise can enter the country. These rise employment level and theoretically lead to the growth in the gross domestic product for the investor. FDI offer companies expense and growth which mean higher revenues. A trade is a situation where a country spend more one import from abroad that it earn from a export. A trade represents an outflow of domestic country of foreign market. This mean also be referred to as a negative balance of trade. Competitive advantages: increasing efficiency from trading globally. Global trade in theory allow wealthy countries to use their resource, whether labor, technology, or capital more efficient because countries are with different assist and nature resources land, labor, capital, and technologies. Some countries many produce the same good more efficient and therefore sell in more cheaply than other countries. It is country cannot efficiently produce an item. It can obtain the item by trading with and other country that can. This is known as specialization in international trade. Let's take a simple example. Country A and country B both produce cotton and wines. Country A produced 10 cottons and 10 bottles of wine a year, while country B also produced 10 sweaters and 10 bottles of wine a year. Both can produce a bottle of 20 units without trading. Country A, however, take 2 hours to produce the 10 sweaters and 1 hour to produce the 10 bottles of wine. Country B, on the other hand, takes an hour to produce 10 sweaters and 1 hour to produce 10 bottles of wine, a total of 2 hours. But these two countries realized by examining the situation that they could produce more in total with the same amount of resource by focusing on those products which the same amount of resource by focusing on those products which they have a competitive advantage. Country has then being to produce only wine and country B produce only cotton sweaters. Country A, by specialized in wine, can produce 30 bottles of wine with its 30 hours of resource at the same rate of production per hour of resource used, 10 bottle per hour. Before specialization, country B, by specializing in sweater, can produce 20 sweaters with its 2 hours it resource at the same rate of production per hour, 10 sweater per hour. Before specialization, the total output of both countries is now the same as before in term of sweaters 20, but they are marketing 10 bottles of wine more than it. They did not specialize in the gain from specialization that can result from trading. Country A can send bottles from wine country B of 10 sweaters. Then each country is better off 10 sweaters and 15 bottles of wine each compared with 10 sweaters and 10 bottles of wine before trading. Note that in the example above, country B could produce wine more efficient than country A, less time and sweaters and efficiently. This is called an absolute advantage in wine production, and at an equal cost in terms of sweaters, country B may have these advantages because of a higher level of technology. However, as the examples show, country B can still benefit from specialization and trending with country A. If you like our video, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Goodbye.